Okay. So gig work to 100,000. I'm gonna try to explain what I've been through this year. It's kind of a long video. I don't really want to make a long video because it takes a long time. Um, anyway, um, my plan, as I stated before, these videos are really just like a documentary for my son. So if something happens to me, he can see it and see his father and look at what I'm doing, and I guess hopefully learn something. You know, it could be of use for him, maybe. Hopefully, anyway. Um, so the plan is for me to work many hours in a short period of time. What that means is working Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, regular job, and then working 5:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, but still getting 7 8 hours of sleep. Exercise, eating healthy, all that stuff. And then I'm working Saturday and Sunday. Right now, I'm working just Saturday so I can spend time, with my family on Sunday. Um, Hopefully, I don't have to do this that much longer, just to save some money and invest. Most likely going to probably invest in index funds. So every month, I'm trying to put down, $2,000 or more. Once I pay off more of my debt, I'll be able to save more. Right now, I have a lot of debt, equaling about $2,000 a month in debt I pay. So $500 here, $300 here, $500 here, like that. More various credit cards and loans and things like that. Anyway, my whole story is about 10, 15 years I've been sick. I have white matter disease in my brain, which means there's like holes in my brain. Um, it's very debilitating. I'm dizzy all the time for a long time, for like 15, 10 years now. My diabetes was up from 9.8 all the way up to 9.8. All of this came about with diabetes, so you got to be careful of that. That's why I say, eat healthy, exercise, every day. Even if you don't like it, do it. Um, and mainly eat healthy, sleep right, all that stuff will keep that below 5.2. So you want to keep it below 5.2, your A1C. Um, So I have diabetes. I have high blood pressure. It was at one time about 200 over 120. Stroke level, heart attack level blood pressure. Um, and then um, this year, in January, my eyes, some like blood vessels burst in my eyes. There's like spots. It's called cotton wool spots in my eyeball, both of them. So I couldn't really see that well. There's like black spots, that wouldn't go away. So as soon as that happened, I realized there's something wrong. I didn't know all this stuff was going on because everything's like silent. They say, the blood pressure, even the diabetes, I didn't know. And when I went to the doctors, they didn't make a big deal of it. Be careful of going to doctors. They don't really tell you like big things until things really bad things happen. Then they'll give you medication, which is still very bad. It's all like a big setup system to kind of keep you alive, to make more money off of you. That's the truth. I know I sound like a conspiracy person, but it's the truth. Um, what else? So I went to the doctors. They just said they didn't give me any pills for a long time, and my blood pressure kept on getting worse. My diabetes kept on getting worse. I didn't know what was going on. Um, Eventually, I gave up on the doctors, and I didn't go for a while. And then my eye thing happened. That's when I went to the ophthalmologist and he saw what's going on inside. He said this is all due to high blood pressure, and the high blood pressure is caused by the diabetes. Um, so it's all like together connected, and so I realized something's going on. I need to change quickly before I die, and So from that time, I researched a lot on YouTube. YouTube helped me a lot finding ways to heal myself. So I looked at Dr. Ekberg or something, or Stein Ekberg, some of his videos, and it helped me a lot to understand about fasting. So I started fasting and taking medications for the diabetes, high blood pressure, and all that stuff in January or February. I think I started taking it really, the medicine. And doing fasting, I did like 16, 17 hours a day. And then I ate right, like vegetables and grilled chicken. Didn't eat out at all. No, that's another main thing to do. It's not to eat out. All that stuff is super unhealthy. If we learn how to cook, learn to cook at home. Eat vegetables and meat and carbs is fine. Just keep it healthy. Um, and then so after that, um, so I did the fasting and the fasting and the eating healthy, all that stuff lowered my A1C uh, down to now, which is like in October, which is like 10 months later, is at 5.5. But it got down to like 5.7 within like 3 or 4 months doing all that stuff, and then all that stuff healed my eyes. Right when I could you could do the X-ray and you can see the spots are gone now. I don't know about the white matter disease. I've read things that it doesn't disappear, but we're trying to stop it from progressing. Once that disease progresses, you'll get like I couldn't. I was dizzy all the time walking and all that stuff. So what happens with white matter disease is you'll get dementia. You'll have incontinence. That means you'll pee on yourself. You'll poop on yourself. Um, you'll forget everything, your memory. You'll lose your speech because your brain controls everything, your vocal cords. So incontinence is the same thing. Your brain controls, all those things come out of you and everything, and it'll just lose control of it because it's dying, right? Your brain is dying. So that's what all this stuff is from diabetes. This is what it will lead to if and if you smoke, it's the worst thing you could do. Any type of drugs, those things, don't do that. Um, anyway, so I've been doing this stuff for a long time, right? Trying to get my health together, and doing just pretty much trying to change my life as much as I possibly can to at least trying to live at least. I want to live another 30 years so my son could be a man at the time, and so he has a full life, and then he could hopefully be good and take care of himself at that age. That's what I'm trying to live for as much as I can, if it's possible. So what else? So I'm documenting what I'm doing. I'm trying to. I did lots of businesses when I was young, when I was 17, because my father left, and my mother, would clean houses. She's a maid, so we were always poor, and it's just a struggle to survive. We were about to lose the house and all this stuff, so that stuff got in my brain. And I tried doing businesses, but I was too young and I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have any money. Um, you know, anyway, it's just the wrong path for a long time, and it deteriorated my health and a lot of things, my mind and all this stuff. So after that, I realized now, after going through all the bad stuff, maybe this will work, which is working. So I'm doing this whole working as much as I can, saving to at least get some money together, and then investing a part of it, but keep on saving. And also have a bad job with horrible bosses. They're trying to. I've been doing 18 years at the job, and I'm still at level one, even though I do a lot of the work over there, most of the work. So they make it difficult for someone like me to go up. And they gather in teams together to kind of suppress you, But they keep me there because I do good work. But that's the same for all companies. Just that's what I'm saying, to save money, get your money together, so you could kind of escape um, people doing that to you. So you could have your money invested, save money, and you could kind of work for yourself. That's one of those things. And I'm doing the index fund investing, um, which hopefully will continue to grow, and each year will compound and things like that. But even if it doesn't, I'll continue to do the saving thing. That's like the main way. Once I get up to about 100,000 or somewhere around that time, around that amount, I'll maybe even leave my job and go study for another year or two, maybe at a different profession, get another like ultrasound or something, which will hike up my pay, and then I'll be able to save even more after that. So I'll put that 100,000 in my bank. Hopefully, it'll give me more options, to do stuff and more freedom. So that's what I'm telling you to do it now. When you're young, it's the best way to do it. When you have less expenses, like rent, like I paid, $2,000 for daycare a month, it's 3 years. So that on top of the bills I had to pay and the loans and all this stuff, I was in the grind for a long time. I still am, but first, this is the second month that my bank account's been more than a zero after all the bills have been paid each month. So that's my story. I just wanted to, let you know, and that's about it. All right. I'll talk to you later. I hope this helps. I'm just trying to pass along information for your life. So hope this helps. Bye. Talk to you later.